Picture this. You log onto a high-stakes Zoom or Microsoft Teams call to deliver a presentation. You share your desktop, clear your throat, and say, okay, can everyone see my screen? Can you hear me? We have all done it, but the truth, in virtual American business culture, this is an instant energy killer. It shifts the focus to technical anxiety instead of leadership. So today we're going to look at the 3 very common presentation phrases that you need to eliminate from your vocabulary immediately, and what you should say instead to sound like a polished executive. So presentation killer number 1. Can everyone see my screen? It implies that you aren't sure if your technology is working, and it forces a senior manager to unmute just to say yes. So what is the upgrade to our language? What can we say instead? Assume that it works or check it smoothly. So state your transition as a fact. So for example, you could say this. Now moving over to our Q3 data, you should see the slide deck appearing on your side now. That's what you should say. Assume that it's working. But if you genuinely need a confirmation, look at one specific peer or low-level colleague and say, for example, John, can you give me a quick thumbs up if the main slide is visible? So it keeps the control completely in your hands. Do not just say randomly to the audience, can everyone see my screen? You should know that it's working, and if you need a confirmation, you can ask someone ahead of time to alert you if it's not, or just ask a colleague, not senior management, can you check if this is working? Can you see my slides? Because it's unprofessional. Presentation killer number 2. Oh my goodness, this one. Please don't say this. Sorry for my bad English, or sorry, I'm nervous. Non-native speakers say this to lower expectation, and you think that it's polite. But in reality, apologizing for your language or your nerves immediately lowers your credibility. Your colleagues are there for your expertise, not your perfect grammar. What is the upgrade to our language? What can we say instead? First of all, never apologize for your presence. If you stumble over a word, don't say sorry. Just pause, take a breath, correct it, and say, let me rephrase that for clarity. So that's what you can say, and then continue your point. Let me rephrase that for clarity. And then just state your point. Presentation killer number 3. I don't want to waste your time, so I'll go fast. Please remove this from your vocabulary. You might think this shows respect for a busy schedule, but psychologically, telling an audience you are hurrying makes your content feel unimportant or rush. Why should I listen to you if you're in a hurry? Here's the upgrade. Frame it as efficiency and high value, not a rush. So instead say this. I know everyone has a tight schedule today, so I've highlighted only the most high impact takeaways for us to focus on. Now they aren't listening to a rushed speech or presentation. They're getting a premium curated summary. So very small tweaks or adjustments to your vocabulary can completely change how people evaluate your competence and your leadership capabilities in a digital meeting room. So eliminating these linguistic bad habits is just the beginning. So if you want a complete toolkit of corporate phrases that replace doubt with total executive authority, including exact templates for digital meetings, slide transitions, pitches, presentation skills, click the link in the description to my ESL Presentation Blueprint. It's a self-paced course. You can download templates, worksheets, tips. I have videos that are exclusive to that course. It's not on YouTube. It's the ultimate shortcut to speaking with absolute command. Please hit that subscribe button. Let me know in the comments which of these 3 phrases you've been guilty of using or some others, and I will see you in the next video where we're going to master the perfect 60-second elevator pitch. See you then.